He is one of the most talented artists in modern time, with the influence of R&B and soul. He brought back the joyful sound of pure happiness with many of his works. His music is like a revival of the original Motown. Not by keeping up with other famous artists, he kept his work classy. He is the one and only Mr. John Legend. In 2008, Legend introduced himself with his album, Get Lifted, featuring a song titled Again. Again is a prime example of Legend's talents, whether he sings in front of a crowded audience or in the recording studio. He brings all his talents to the stage. When listening to a song on Def Poems for the first time, his use of words and emotions in his place shows his creative side. However, when listening to the audio version, there was a few shortcomings. There's a huge contrast in his work when transitioning from the studio version to a live performance via instrumental and the vocals. One is able to understand the meaning of the song and how a relationship can be so toxic at times. The use of glissandos in the introduction throughout the song shows the spark and creativity of his lyrics. The masculine sultriness of his vocals, the way he hits each and every note with his unique charisma, perfectly inhibits his talents. When he sings a song without an instrumental, one is able to fully grasp every word. In the first line he says, "The first time we ever had a chance to be alone, we knew." This sets the mood of the piece, makes the beginning very calm and peaceful. When it gets to the third stanza, he says, "Passion and pain begins. I come back and we're doing it again." This transitions from happy time to one of sorrow. However, when listening to the version with the instrumentals, the piano is what changed the mood of the piece. It takes the lyrics that tells the story of a toxic relationship and how love that people have for one another being so strong that they will continuously put up with a vicious cycle of love and hate, and turns into a love letter. When listening to Legend's actual recording of the song, it sounded very fabricated. As a listener, you're not getting the full effect of the soul that he's pouring out into the song, the feel for pain caused by his addiction, nor his emotions he plays on his vocals. Recorded sound is too digital, which makes listening to his voice seems unnatural. It sounds like they modified his voice to fit the tone of the instrumental, which is good at sometimes, but in the end, it seems like it's cutting corners in the pizzazz department. There's not a definite balance of instrumental and vocals when track is being professionally recorded in the studio. Usually when a song is over-processed, it loses its flair. Everyone wants that song to relate to, no matter the emotional significance. Legend songs provide more examples of real-life situations that you're able to relate to in many ways. Some of us have that one that no matter what we do, we never will let them go. Even when we do give up and the relationship is over, we still go back and reminisce on the good times we had. We would wish that if one thing were different, if they were different, if we were different, or time was different, will we still be with them? The cycle would never had happened over and over again. No frustration would never occurred. And no hearts would have been broken due to goodbyes. Legend is that one artist. Legend is that one artist that needs to be added to your playlist. When driving in a car, listening at home, or jamming out in an R&B club. He is one of those rare artists whose music will stand at the test of time. No matter what scene Legend is in, his work is still phenomenal. The variations of music style and the flamboyance brings his creative and unique signature to his works.
I said